Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you are well. Thank you for being here and choosing to practice with me today. Today we have a mandala flow, so one of my favourite ways to practice. We're going to work 360 degrees around the mat. It's going to be strong and stretchy, and we're going to work the whole body. So as always, modify, adjust, add what you want to add in, take what you want to take away. And we're going to get started straight away today in a child's pose. So come over onto hands and knees. I'm going to invite you into a wide leg child's pose, so knees nice and wide, big toes together, bum to heels, and just stretch your arms forwards, letting your forehead melt down onto the earth. And just take a couple of moments if you want to, just to have a little bit of a wiggle, maybe rock from side to side, just take any last little adjustments you want to take. Eventually just settling into just a moment of stillness, a moment just to release the body fully, to ground, to anchor the mind, the body. Without changing anything, just starting to witness the natural rhythm of your breath. Just feeling its natural ebb and flow. Each subtle inhale just anchoring you a little bit more into the present. Each exhale just releasing something, whether that's tension physically, whether that's a thought, a feeling. And then just see here if you can start to just add some depth to your breath. So as you're breathing in through the nose, start to send the breath into the belly, the lower back, the upper back, the sides of the body. And as you're exhaling, emptying fully as you let go of any physical holding on, any gripping, any tension. Again, just starting to deepen the breath. Finding a rhythm, a flow, an energy to the breath. And of course, we will take this with us as we move through our sequence today, using it for focus, power, strength. So holding on to that, when you're ready, let's start to spread the fingers. Gazing towards the thumbs and just rising into an all fours tabletop position. Bringing the hands under the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. And then nice and simple, breathing in, drop the belly, lift your chin, find your cow pose. And then exhale to round the spine, chin to chest. Again, inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest. Exhale to round, curling everything in. And just continue for a few rounds in your own time, your own rhythm. Maybe sticking with traditional cat-cows, maybe starting to circle the hips, the shoulders, just taking any intuitive movements that your body needs. Maybe you're really closing the eyes, just feeling your way into it. Beautiful, and then eventually let's just come back to center, back to a tabletop position, spreading the fingers, tucking the toes, and then let's lift straight up and back into our downward dog. Take a couple of breaths here, just pedal out the legs, working into the hamstrings, the calf muscles, the ankles. At the same time, again, just connecting with the breath. Maybe switching on an ujjayi breath if that's in your practice. Beautiful, and then let's find stillness here, relax the heels, strong press away through the hands, take a full breath in, And a sigh to release. Lovely. Inhale, start to roll your body forwards, come into a high plank. And then exhale, bend your knees, wave it back into your downward dog. 2 like that. Inhale, wave forwards to plank. Exhale, bend the knees, wave it back. 1 more time. Inhale to plank. Exhale, wave it all the way back. This time, inhale, sweep your right leg high to the sky. Exhale, bend your right knee, open the hips, circle the right ankle a few times going one way. And then, of course, the other way. See if you can relax the left heel. Lovely. And then inhale, straighten that right leg, square the hips. Exhale, right foot steps to the outside of the right hand for a lizard lunge. Start to pull your chest and hips forwards. Use your left toes just to rock a little bit forwards and backwards. Just easing your way into that left hip flexor. And then pausing in stillness, pressing into the left hand. Inhale, the right arm lifts into an easy twist. Think about driving that right hip slightly back, maybe gazing up. Take a full breath in. And then exhale, right hand back where you found it. We're going to pivot to face this long edge of the mat into a side lunge. Bending the right knee, lifting the left toes, fingers to floor or blocks, and then lift up through the crown of the head. Just start to draw the left toes towards you, finding that inner hamstring stretch. Take a deep breath in. And a slow breath out. Lovely. And then gaze to your left foot, breathe in. Breathing out, side lunge to the back of the mat, bending the left knee, straightening the right leg as you draw the toes towards you. Again, still just easing your way in, so move nice and smoothly. Lift through the chest. Let's take a breath in. And then as you breathe out, lizard lunge facing the back of the mat. So walk the left foot to the long edge of the mat, hands under the shoulders, and then draw the chest forwards. Good. Pause there, take a breath in. And then breathe out, left hands to the sky. Let's find that easy twist. Open up across the shoulder, the chest. Take a full breath in. And then exhale, left hand down. Pressing into the palms, inhale, free legs dog, left leg lifts up and back behind you. Exhale, bend the left knee, open the hip, squeeze heel to bum and just circle that left heel a few times going one way and of course the other way. Good, full breath in, let's straighten that left leg. Exhale, lizard lunge, left foot steps to the outside of the hand. Start to turn to face the long edge of the mat, back to your side lunge, right toes lift. Lift through the crown of the head, inhale, gaze to the right foot. And then exhale, side lunge to the front of the mat, right knee bends, left leg lifts. 1 breath in here, lift the chest. And then exhale, pivot around to face the front of the mat and just step it back into your downward facing dog. On an inhale, lift your heels, roll forwards. Let's find a plank. And then exhale, slow lower all the way to the tummy. Point the toes, breathe in, find your cobra number 1, gentle bend in the elbows. And then exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. And a gentle sigh to release. Lovely. As you breathe in, lift your heels, gaze forwards. Exhale, bend your knees, walk, step or hop if you're ready to the thumbs. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen your back. And then forward fold, nose to the knee. Inhale, tall mountain, circle the arms up, lengthening through the lower back. And then exhale, pull your hands to your heart, Tadasana, your mountain pose. Just a couple of Surya Namaskar A's before we get into our main sequence. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, extended mountain. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, step or hop back, lower or land. Inhaling into your back bend, maybe upward dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Pausing for a breath in. Pausing for a breath out. Inhale, lift heels, gaze forwards. Exhale, walk, step, hop your feet forwards. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, tall mountain, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart, Tadasana. Inhale, tall mountain, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, your variation. Inhaling into your back bend. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Pausing for that breath in. Pausing for that breath out. Breathe in, lift heels, look up. Exhale, walk, step, hop your feet forwards. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, tall mountain. Exhale, mountain pose, hands to your heart. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, last like this. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling, Urdhva Mukha, upward facing. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Pause, take a breath in. Pause, take a breath out. Beautiful. Let's inhale, sweep the right leg high to the sky. Exhale, right foot steps forwards between the thumbs. Stay on the ball of the back foot. Inhale, high crescent lunge, rise up. As you exhale, just bend into that right knee, lifting through the chest. Take a full breath in. Bend a little deeper, breathe out. Inhale, stretch the arms. Exhale, warrior two. Adjust your feet as you bend into that right knee, breathe in. And breathe out. On your inhale, let's reverse warrior. Right arm reaches up and back as you bend deeper into that right knee. Really opening the right side rib, take a breath in. And then exhale, extended side angle, right hands to block or floor, left arm up and over the ear. Rotating the left shoulder open, breathing slowly. Beautiful. On your next breath in, warrior two, rise back up. Exhale, straighten the right leg, side lunge to the left as you bend the left knee. Hands to floor or heart, lifting the right toes towards you. Let's take a full breath in. And then exhale, hands down, pivot around, finding a low lunge. Lower your right knee to the floor, hips forwards, and then inhale, arms to the sky, Anjaneasana. Nice strong engagement through the legs and the bum, reaching through the fingers, breath in, and a breath out. Good, one more reach, inhale. And then exhale, hands down, step back to high plank, either down dog or lower chaturanga. Inhaling, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Lovely, so we're going to do the same side the second time, same sequence. This time we're just going to move through it, one breath, one movement. On your inhale, sweep your right leg high to the sky. Exhale, right foot steps forwards between the thumbs. Inhale, high lunge, rise up. Exhale, warrior two, back heel drops. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, extended side angle, your variation. Inhale, warrior two, rise. Exhale, side lunge to the left, bending the left knee, hands to the heart or the floor. Pausing here, inhale. Exhale, runner's lunge at the front of the mat. Lower your right knee to the floor. Inhale, low lunge, arms to the sky. Just one breath to take you up. Exhale, hands down, plank pose. Lower chaturanga with strength. Inhaling, cobra, upward facing. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Really, really nice. From here, let's inhale that left leg high to the sky. Exhale, left foot steps forwards between the thumbs. Inhale, high lunge, we're pausing. As we bend that left knee, reach through the fingertips. Finding that stability, that foundation in our shapes. Breath in. And breath out. Good, lifting a little bit more, inhale. And then warrior two, exhale. Adjust as much as you need to, gazing to that middle finger on the left hand. On an inhale, reverse your warrior. Keep bending into that left knee, reaching through the left fingertips, breath in here. And then side angle, left hand to block or floor, right arm over the ear. See if you can really bend into that left knee as you turn the right shoulder open. Breathing. Beautiful. And your next inhale, rise back, warrior two. Exhale, straighten the left leg, side lunge to the right, bending the right knee, hands to blocks or floor, lifting up through the crown of the head. Take a breath in here. Exhale, hands down, pivot around, frame your right foot. Lower the left knee down, inhale, low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Strong press through that right foot, squeeze the bum, squeeze the thighs for strength. Take one more inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, hands down, step back to plank, either chaturanga or straight to down dog. Inhaling, up dog or cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Now with the breath, let's inhale that left leg high to the sky. Exhale, left foot forwards between the thumbs. Inhale, high lunge, rise the breath up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, warrior two, rise back. Exhale, side lunge to the front of the mat, bending that right knee, hands to floor or chest. Inhale here. Exhale, find your front foot, lowering the left knee towards the mat. Inhale, low lunge, reach the arms up all the way to the peak. Exhale, hands down, chaturanga or straight to downward dog. Inhaling, up dog or cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Pausing in down dog for 5 breaths. Child's pose for 5 breaths. Or we're going to gaze forwards, lower into dolphin for our 5 breaths. Choose where you want to be. If you're in dolphin, see if you can walk the toes closer to the face and then really lift your hips up so you're finding your hips above your shoulders. If you're there, pressing through the forearms, just be with where you are and breathe slowly. Good, holding for another 3, 2, And on one, we're all meeting down dog. If you need to take a child's pose, of course, do so. But we will meet in downward facing dog. Once you've landed, take a deep breath in. And a sigh. Beautiful. Let's inhale, sweep that right leg to the sky. Exhale, right foot steps forwards between the thumbs. Inhale, high lunge, rise the breath up. Exhale, warrior two, drop the back heel. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Now this time, inhale, left arm straight to the sky, look down. Exhale, half moon, right hand forwards, left leg lifts as you open and expand. Try to flex the feet and try to create space in every direction. Pausing, breathe in. Pausing, breathe out. Maybe you can become a little bit lighter on that right hand. So let's take one more inhale. Now as you exhale, we're going to land in our side lunge. Left foot lands, hands to the heart or floor, right toes lift. Good, now a funky transition from here. The right hand is going to sweep behind us. We're going to come into a wild thing variation. So right hand comes behind us, press into that left foot, lift your hips, lift the left arm, open up across the chest. Now from here, even trickier, we're going to find cow face. So look towards the right thumb. Bend into the right knee. You're pressing off of that right foot. Left foot is going to come up and around, hooking thigh on top of thigh. And then backs of the feet down, bum comes down. And then you're facing the long edge of the mat in your cow face legs. If you need to pause me, watch that again. Of course, do so. But we will visit it again. Once you're there, let's bring the right fingertips to the right, left arm up and over. Just finding a little bit of a side bend here, breath in. And a breath out. Lovely, now gaze towards your right thumb. Left fingers down, we're going to lift that left knee. Press into the left foot, standing split right leg. Lifts up and back behind you. Let your head drop down to the floor. Let your shoulders soften, breathe in. Fold a little deeper, breathe out. Lovely, inhale, gaze forwards. Bring your palms flat to the floor. Strong straight arms, start to shift the weight into your hands and then see if you can lift up onto that left tippy toe. Option stay there, option a few little handstand hops. Maybe you lift up, maybe you don't. Maybe you find a hold, maybe you don't, no one cares, just give it a go. Few rounds, slow, controlled swing and hops. Beautiful, and then we're going to meet in down dog, so maybe step back, vinyasa back. Make your way back into your downward dog. And once you get there, full breath in. And a sigh. Lovely, let's inhale, sweep that right leg high to the sky. Exhale, right foot steps forwards between the thumbs. Inhale, high lunge, rise the breath. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, left arm straight up to the sky, look down. Exhale, half moon, lean forwards, lift everything up. Pause in your half moon as you breathe in. And then exhale, side lunge to the left, bend the left knee, hands to floor or heart, lifting up through the crown of the head. Good, let's try that transition again. So your right hand is going to sweep behind you. Pressing into the left foot, lift your hips, lift your left arm into this wild thing variation. And then look down to the right thumb. Weight comes into your right foot and your right hand. Left knee draws up to the sky. And then hook left thigh on top of left thigh, lowering down into that cow face pose. Really, really nice. Take your right hands to the right. Left arm sweeps up and over. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, left hand meets the right. Pressing into the left foot, standing split, right leg lifts to the sky. Beautiful. As you breathe in, find a halfway lift. Hands come down, stay there again, or take your little hops up and down into your handstand. Again, doesn't matter how far, how high you get. Doesn't matter if you don't even lift up. Good, and then we will meet in our downward facing dog. Take your time to get there in any way that you want to. Good, let's take a deep breath in. And a sigh. Okay, let's finish with our left leg. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, left foot steps forwards between the thumbs. Inhale, high lunge, rise the breath up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, right arm straight to the sky, look down. And then half moon, exhaling, right leg lifts up. Pause in this half moon. Try to create space, maybe become lighter on that left hand. Amazing. Let's take one more inhale. Exhale, side lunge, bending into the right knee, hands to floor or blocks or heart, lifting through the chest. Take a breath in. Exhale again. From here, let's find that transition. So the left hand comes behind us, pressing into the right foot, lift the hips, right arm reaches towards the front, or well, towards behind you. Now look to your left thumb. Weight comes into left hand, left foot. Right knee lifts up to the sky, hooks over the left, and you're finding yourself in that cow face pose. Once you're there, sit nice and tall. Left hand reaches to the left, right arm reaches up to the sky. Take a breath in. And then breathe out, look to your left thumb, right hand meets it. From here, pressing into the right foot, standing split, left leg lifts up and back behind you. Let your head be heavy, squeezing through the glutes, lifting through that left leg. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale, lift the chest, look up. Hands come forwards, palms flat, arms straight. Leaning your weight into the hands, lift onto your tippy toes. Now here's a great place to stay because you're working the strength. Otherwise, again, a few little controlled swing and hop motions. Maybe you find a hold, maybe you don't, doesn't matter. Just find your practice, your edge. And eventually we will meet in a downward dog, so you can step there, you can vinyasa there. Take your time and we will meet in downward facing dog. Once you get there, just take a big clearing breath in and a sigh. Lovely. Last side like this with the flow of your breath. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, left foot steps forwards. Inhale, high lunge, rise up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, right arm to sky, look down. Exhale, half moon, left hand down, right leg, right arm lift. Pause in half moon for the breath in. Exhale, side lunge to the right, bending the right knee, hands to floor or heart. From here, left hand's going to sweep behind you. Inhale, lift the hips into that wild thing shape. Look to the left thumb and then again cow face. Exhaling that right knee up and over as you sit the bum down into cow pose. Left hands to the left. Inhale, the right arm reaches up and over. And then exhale, right hand meets the left hand. Inhale, standing split, left leg lifts up and back behind you. And then just fold as you breathe out. Inhale, halfway lift, look up. Hands flat, arms strong and straight. Staying here, or last time, few little swing and hops into your handstand, maybe holding, maybe hopping. Beautiful. Eventually we will meet in our downward dog, no rush, taking your time to get there. And then once you're there, just taking a full breath in and a sigh. Good. Again, either child's pose, downward dog, otherwise gaze forwards, dolphin pose, elbows drop. Walking the feet towards your face. Option 1, stay here. Option 2, right leg lifts up. Maybe bends the left leg. Maybe again find a few little swing and hops into pincher. Maybe have a hold. Good, and then eventually come back to dolphin. Left leg lifts, again stay there, or a few little hops, maybe a hold. Maybe you're doing none of that, also absolutely okay. Beautiful, and eventually come back to dolphin. Everyone drop your knees, child's pose for a moment. Let your head release, take a full breath in. And a sigh. Just feel the heart beating, feel the heat, the energy, the pulsing maybe. And just see if you can slow it down. Slow the breath, slow the energy. When the breath feels steady again, let's slowly draw chin to chest. Just roll up into a seat. Make a fist with the hands and just circle the wrists out after all those handstands. Beautiful. And then sit your hips over to one side. Release your legs out long. Bring yourself forwards towards the front of the mat. Legs extend. Reach your arms forwards, palms face down. Breathe in. Exhale, lean forwards, bring your fingers over your feet if you can, toes into the wrist creases. Draw chin to chest, so you're rounding the spine, and then press the hands into the feet, and at the same time press the feet into the hands. You should feel a nice deep stretch through the whole spine here. Beautiful, and then lift the chin. Slowly release. Beautiful. From here, just find Sukhasana, your easy seat. I'm just going to turn to face you. Bring your hands into the center of the chest. Lift up through the crown of the head. Take an inhale, raise your prayer. And then exhale, twist to the right, left hand to the knee, right hand behind you, and just gaze, maybe looking over that right shoulder. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Gaze forwards. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale to the left. Again, inhale for length. And exhale to twist. Use your gaze forwards. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Release your hands to your knees. Close your eyes for just a second. See if you can stay. Take a full breath in through the nose. And a sigh to release. Close the mouth. Breathing in through the nose for 2, 3, 4, pausing, 2, 3, 4, exhaling, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, pausing, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Big audible ah to release. Bring your hands to heart center. Bowing the forehead to the fingertips. Taking with you the strength, this energy, stamina and commitment into the rest of your day, your week and the days to follow. The light in me honours the light in you. Namaste everyone. Thank you for sharing your practice today with me.